Have you ever felt like you don't quite fit in? Like no matter what you do, you're always on the outside looking in. Maybe you found yourself in a room full of people, but still felt invisible, as if no one really sees you. If you've ever felt like this before, then you're not alone. And believe it or not, there might actually be a very powerful reason for it. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why not fitting in might be one of the best things that's ever happened to you. And stay till the end, as I'll also share my own story, how feeling like I didn't belong drove me into a downward spiral, and how I found a way to turn it all around. Trust me, this is a journey you don't want to miss. I'll dive into how this feeling can accelerate your spiritual growth, help you become a change maker, and give you a broader perspective on life. So if you're ready to turn your feelings of invisibility into a source of strength and purpose, then keep watching. Let's start with a question. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly belong, while others, maybe even you, always feel like you're on the outside? One reason might be your energy. Some of us carry a different vibration, a unique frequency that doesn't easily blend in with the crowd. Energy is something we all emit, and for some, their energy is, well, let's just say different. This can make social interactions feel awkward or even uncomfortable. But this difference in energy isn't a flaw. It's a sign that you might be on a different path, one that doesn't require you to follow the crowd. In fact, not fitting in often means you're being called to stand out, to be a beacon of change. Change makers rarely fit in. Think about people who have made the biggest impact on the world. Gandhi, Einstein, Martin Luther King Jr. These were people who stood apart from the crowd, who challenged the status quo, and in doing so, changed the world. So if you don't fit in, maybe it's because you're meant to create something new, something that others can't yet see, including yourself. Another powerful benefit of not fitting in is that it can accelerate your spiritual growth. When we fit in too comfortably, we can become complacent. We start to settle into routines, into a way of being that doesn't challenge us. We feel safe, comfortable, and secure, but we stop growing. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens when we're pushed out of our comfort zones, when we're forced to question our beliefs, our values, and our place in the world. When you don't fit in, you're constantly searching for your place or for your truth. This search is what drives spiritual growth. When you're on the outside, you're free to explore new ideas, new perspectives, and new ways of being. You're not bound by the group's norms or expectations, which can be incredibly liberating. You're able to expand your circle of knowledge, to learn and grow in ways that others might never experience. But this only happens if you embrace the journey, rather than falling into a rut of self-pity or isolation. One of the most profound benefits of not fitting in is the broader perspective it gives you. When you're on the outside, you're able to see things from multiple viewpoints. You're not confined to one way of thinking, one belief system, or one way of life. You become more well-rounded, more understanding, and more empathetic. Being exposed to different perspectives makes you more adaptable, more resilient, and more capable of navigating the complexities of life. It also helps you to see the interconnectedness of all things, which is a key aspect of spiritual growth. So if you've been feeling like you don't belong, don't see it as a curse. See it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become more than you ever thought possible. But what if this feeling of not fitting in isn't just a phase? What if it's part of your spiritual fast track? Some people are on a slower path of spiritual development, while others, like you, might be on a fast track. This means that the universe is pushing you harder, giving you more challenges, and testing you more frequently to accelerate your growth. Don't be disappointed or disheartened by this. Embrace it. Understand that you're being prepared for something greater. Your uniqueness or your difference is your strength. It's what will allow you to offer something to the world that no one else can. Remember, the world doesn't need more of the same. It needs people who think differently, who see the world through a unique lens, and who are brave enough to walk their own path. You have something special to offer, something that can't be found by following the crowd. Before we close, there's something crucial to remember. Everyone's personal journey is unique. The path I've shared with you today is just one possibility if you've ever felt like you don't belong. But it's important to understand that no two journeys are the same, and that's what makes each of us truly unique. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, but one thing we must never do is form judgments or comparisons. Remember, we're all on different journeys and we each start from different points. Just because you might be on a fast track to spiritual growth doesn't mean someone else who might find comfort and belonging in their groups is lesser or behind you in any way. Think of life as a treasure hunt. Each of us is seeking the treasures that life offers: love, wisdom, growth, and fulfillment, but also the lower emotions of shame, guilt, grief, or even envy. It's not the goal to only experience the ones that we class as positive emotions, but to experience the full range of these emotions and the frequencies that each carries. But since we all have different starting points, we find these treasures in different orders and in different ways. And this is what makes us truly unique. Not only do we start from different places, but our personalities, character traits, and experiences shape how we perceive life and make decisions. Some of us may face challenges early on, while others may encounter them later in life. But every single journey is valuable and necessary for our growth. So never judge yourself or others. We are all going through what we need to in order to complete our own treasure hunt. And at any given moment, it's impossible to fully understand another person's path because we can't see the whole picture, where they started, the obstacles they've overcome, and the possibilities that lie ahead for each and every one of them. Now, before I wrap up, I want to share a bit about my own personal journey. There was a time in my life when I didn't fit in, even when it seemed like I logically should have. I remember looking around at others who seemed so comfortable and happy in their groups and wondering what was wrong with me. And this happened in pretty much every single area of my life. I didn't quite fit into groups at school when I was growing up, and then later on in the workplace. Even when I had my twins, I thought I could join a twins group for advice and support, and I didn't even fit in there. Finally, when my kids started school, it just seemed natural that I would find things in common with other parents, but I didn't. Now, most of my life, it was never really a mission of mine to fit in with others. I always felt comfortable alone or with few individuals who I could find a connection with. But honestly, because I literally could not fit in anywhere, it caused me a lot of pain and confusion, and I couldn't see why this was happening to me. It was like I was on a mission to prove that I could fit in somewhere, to finally feel that I belonged. In hindsight, I now see that I wasn't meant to stay in any of these places, and I was actually meant to keep moving forward and searching for answers. And the only reason that this experience was so painful was because I was fixated in trying to belong. I couldn't see that this was actually a gift for me and that my feelings of being abandoned and alone was only an illusion, but I'll leave this one to another video. Not fitting in drove me into a downward spiral. I didn't quite understand why I felt so out of place, why I couldn't find that same sense of belonging that others seem to find so easily. It caused a huge setback in my life, one that took me years to overcome. But this setback was also the catalyst for something greater. It prompted me to question everything, to search in places I never would have looked before. And that search led me to where I am today, embracing my personal journey of self-development and helping others to do the same. So now I look back and realize that not fitting in was exactly what I needed to find my true path. So the next time you feel like you don't fit in, or even if you feel like you belong perfectly where you are, remember that your journey is your own. Embrace it, honor it, and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. We are all unique threads in the tapestry of life, each contributing to the beauty of the whole, and each so very important in holding everything together. Even when it doesn't seem like you matter, you need to trust that you do. And the more invisible you feel, it probably means that you're more important than you can possibly imagine. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, share, and subscribe for more content on your journey to spiritual growth and self-discovery. Until next time, stay authentic and true to your path.